All right, look, check this out. I'm about to give y'all a secret gesture that women do to let you know that she's attracted to you, to let you know that she's physically attracted to you, sexually attracted to you, and in some cases, emotionally attached to you. Now, this is a secret. I'm putting this out on the public platform, but to be honest with you, this is the type of content I would put on an exclusive platform like Patreon, but I figured not that many people watch my channel anyway, so I'm gonna drop this video, and if you find it, just consider yourself lucky, and just know that if a woman's ever doing this while you're talking to her, or even observing, if you see her talking to somebody else and she's doing this, just know that her cat is getting wet. She's enjoying the conversation. She likes what she sees. She likes what she hears. And she has to do this to pretty much control herself. It's so subtle that most men don't know this gesture, but it's a beautiful thing when women are doing it. Now, how do I know this? The issue with the internet is that you got so many guys speaking on women, speaking as if they know about women. And in the same turn, you got women speaking as if they know about men. I'm not here to say that I know everything about women, but I do have a lot of experience with women. Some of my major experience that I believe separates me from a lot of other guys that you may see on the internet is that I went to 3 different colleges. I started off at a community college for 1.5 years, which was pretty much a waste of time, but still gave me a ton of experience with women. And then I went to a PWI, which is a predominant white institution. So I went to a majority white college, and then I finished up college at a HBCU, which is a black college. So the reason I say that, and the reason I say that makes me different, is because I was in an area where women are pretty much the freakiest they've ever been in their life. They're more experimental than they ever will be in their life, and they're the most attractive that they'll most likely be in the majority of their life. It's that college age. It's that age between 19 to 22 that I'm in. The benefit with the community college is that you had multiple ages of women. So you got women that are much older that are in community colleges, and then you got them in that same age range that I was. At the PWI, man, it got really freaky because women are finally getting that freedom. That's the difference with the college. And I was able to experiment women at every college level in every different type of race while I was in college. So let's go ahead and get into it. What women do that is a complete secret that guys do not know, but pretty much lets you know that her pussy is wet and she's attracted to you, is this. They cross their legs. And I'm referencing this from women that have told me this. This isn't, I mean, I've observed it and never really thought nothing of it, just like you may have seen women talk to guys and cross their legs, or maybe they talk to you and cross their legs. I want you to hear this video out on the subtleties of women doing this. When a woman crosses her legs, let's say she's standing up, and this is for standing up or sitting down, but let's just say standing up right now. If a woman crosses her legs while she's looking at you, there's a couple body language signals that she's giving you. One is that pussy could be wet. It's drip, drop, splash. And she's crossing her legs so that you won't see that puddle fall down her legs. You know, as guys, after you take a piss, you gotta kind of like, I don't know about some of you guys, but for me, I gotta shake it off, right? Like I have to shake the remaining piss off. Or if I don't, if I just take a piss then pull my pants right up, you know, you might get a little piss that might run down your leg. Well, the difference with women with a vagina is that if you're talking to her, if you're putting that flavor in her ear, if you're putting that sauce, if you're spitting that real game, you're giving her that strong eye contact, your body language is strong, and you're pretty much saying everything she like to hear. You got a nice smile to you. Y'all are vibing out. She's gonna cross her legs, and that's so you won't see that puddle. She has to pretty much close the ocean. She has to close the river, for lack of a better term, so that you won't see that puddle run down her leg, and also so that she can avoid that puddle running down her leg, because she's gonna feel that. And if you got the right woman that's wet enough, it'll be visible, like you'll actually see it. That's one thing. Another thing is when women are crossing their legs and they're standing up, that means she's comfortable. Body language is so important, which is why body language is universal. This is the same reason you can go to a whole different country, you can go to a whole different culture, not speak the language at all. But your body language will let people know where you stand. It'll let people know what type of person you are, and it'll pretty much define you before you even say a word, which is why the words you say don't mean as much as the body language that you carry. With that being said, she's saying, I'm comfortable. I'm not willing to walk away. I'm not willing to run away. I want to continue to talk to you. Guys, do you see what I'm talking about? If you're the type of guy that's, let's say you're approaching a woman and she ends up crossing her legs. Don't overthink this now that you got this video. Oh shit, her pussy's wet. Mr. Man in action. Okay, he's the real deal. He knows what he's talking about. Don't do all that. But understand that you can continue to talk to her. A lot of you guys like to get that number and run away. If she's crossing her legs, she's there to stay. Bars. She wants you to continue talking to her. Now, obviously, as we know, some of you guys can talk yourself out the pussy. So you got to know yourself. You got to know your characteristics. You got to know your conversation skills. And you also want to read the woman that you're talking to. Don't overthink it, but just be aware of these things. I see this happen from a distance, and the term is real. Game recognized game. So I'll see guys sometimes talking to women, they're crossing their legs, and then they kind of turn their neck, or they may do some stuff with their hair. Very, very subtle. But if you understand what's really going on, then that guy got something good going on for himself, even though he may not understand. So if they're crossing their legs, they're there to stay. Now, here's another one. Here is another one that's going to blow your mind. And this is also when a woman is sitting down. Don't overthink this, but if she's crossing her legs while she's sitting down, and if you're talking to her, or even in some cases, if you're not talking to her, she could be pleasuring herself. How do I know? How do you know, man? If you ain't replicable, where's the receipt? Bro, I know women in my personal life right now that's their only way of pleasuring themselves. That's the only way of masturbation. They don't like to use their fingers, their self. Now, you as a guy, they may be willing for a guy to do it, but they actually get off. They actually will enjoy themselves by crossing their legs. Look it up. Don't even take my advice. Look it up. Women can literally play with themselves. They can get themselves off by just crossing their legs. They cross them really, really tight. They may turn to the side, or even in a regular setting. Like they could be sitting in the freaking library and their legs are crossed. Back to saying don't overthink it. And I feel like I have to say this because there's always going to be that one guy that's going to take this out of context. There's going to be that one person that watches this video, and now every time he sees a woman cross her legs, he thinks, oh yeah, she want me, she playing with herself. Sometimes women just cross their legs, guys. If you walk into a Starbucks and there's a woman on her phone and she just has her legs crossed, don't think that she's in there getting it on with your freaky self. Maybe she's just crossing her legs, but I'm pretty much painting this in the context of if you're talking to her, or if you see somebody else talking to her. Women are so subtle. They're so sneaky. They're so, I love them, I swear. Like they do these things, but they won't tell you. You won't know, which is why somebody like me who has a huge level of experience can tell you. Literally, no exaggeration, no bragging, nothing. I went a whole year just having threesomes. Never had the one, just me and my girl had doing, like just doing it. It was threesomes the whole year. I have the experience, enough experience to put you guys on game. Obviously, there's much more that you need to know, but the issue is there's so many people who don't have the experience. They're speaking on stuff that they read. They're speaking on stuff that they heard. I guarantee that me putting out this video, you may find somebody with a way more popular channel than mine that's going to put this information out also, and you're going to think, oh yeah, they got it understood, because they, you know, they're getting it from the real deal. But I'm telling you guys, this is A social experiment that I recommend you try. Start talking to women. Start talking to women more, and you're going to notice some of them that are into you are going to cross their legs. Does that mean that they want to have sex with you? Not always. Women are up and down. They may just enjoy what's going on at the moment. So there's still levels to it. It's kind of like mathematics. Like, you learn how to add and subtract, then you learn how to divide, and then you learn algebra, and then you learn so many different things. So there's still levels to it. This is one of the small surfaces. This is just a subtlety that I wanted to put out there. I wanted you guys to know, because I've just had these experiences, and I was actually just now talking to this chick, and she was pretty much telling me how the only way she pleasures herself is by crossing. Like, she calls it crossing, where she just crosses her legs really, really tight, watches her video really tight, really tight. And to me as a guy, I'm like, that's, how does that work? But yeah, that's what she does. And I know from experience with college and everything like that, I would see chicks, they would be talking to a football player, or they would be talking to a sorority, they would be talking to a DJ or whoever, and they would cross their legs. And, as you see it multiple times, you start to put two and two together. And it's like, okay, she's comfortable, but she's also trying to control that puddle. You guys like this video? Hit a like on the video, comment. Hopefully this message can be spread a lot more, but I know with this platform, I know with my channel pretty much having that shadow band to it, not that many people will see this video. So if you see this video, consider yourself lucky. Comment down below, let me know what you think. Drop some more video topics that y'all want to hear about. I'll consider them. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel, and just know that you just found a secret gem. So it's up to you on what you do with it moving forward with the rest of your life. All right, love you guys. I'm out.